Uh, when we was down there in Atlanta,
Mm-hmm.
we just chopping it up, and I'm like, bro, like I was still overwhelmed just off of the experience of I'm finally in Atlanta or I'm finally out of town in my element. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I'm listening to you. We was just grabbing something to eat, and then you like, sure, whoop de whoop, giving me random game,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, bro, got so much knowledge, dog. Like, I
Yeah.
was just thinking, like, man, it was just a blessing to be around you for real.
Yeah. And that's where I really I hate to say it, but like I'm really thinking after second quarter, I'm probably gonna finagle with my pricing a little bit because talking about what we were just talking about, you work 12 hours at a plant. That's more physical exertion. With this, is more mental. And some, mental workouts can be just as draining as the physical workouts. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? And the creative juices, the creative things that you got to tap into to always have something being new, a new flavor. Like even with that setup, boom. Let me see, boom, boom, how this work. Let me put the light behind the person. You know what I'm saying? And see how it look on video. This, and that. So even even if I haven't worked 12 hours at a plant and I come up here and I shoot for 3 or 4 hours, okay, the editing process. The editing gonna take another 2, 3 hours. You know what I'm saying? Then the thought process of how can I make this video pop a little bit more than what it was. So when at the end of the day, when you get done, I might have worked 12 hours in my brain. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And then you go to bed like, dang. And then it really don't even stop because when you go to bed, you still thinking
thinking
about new ways of how I can. I go to bed dreaming about, oh
the next
man,
project.
yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna go ahead and what if I flip this upside down and then do this like that? And what if I bring my green? I got a green backdrop. What if I bring my green backdrop down and then sit in front of it and record myself? Then I could take it home and then because anything green behind you can use as a green screen.
Yeah,
I never really
I low
met.
key ain't know that.
Yeah, I never really messed with the green screen. I know how to. I know how to. I know how to uh, do a little bit of green screen stuff. It ain't hard, but that's one of my new projects that I'm probably gonna start messing with as well because I want to have something new. Like if you look at, I look at a lot of reality TV. So if you look at reality TV, whenever they're interviewing those people sitting in the chair in between scenes, and they talking about this, and that. If you look behind them, it might be a house or it might be something that's all green screen generated. That ain't no that ain't no actual. They ain't actually sitting in a mansion or they ain't actually sitting here. That's green screen generated, but it looks so good and it's kind of blurry, so it really don't. You really don't get that vibe. You get that vibe like, okay, well they were sitting there and the cameraman just blurred out the background. No, that's all green screen. They sitting in front of a green backdrop, and now I don't know where they get those images from that they put behind the people, but yeah, that's all green screen generated. So yeah, man, and people, I think people take that for granted too. Like, oh, well, because really, if you want to be technical as uh, videographers, photographers, our job is to, because I get this all the time, our job is really to shoot you, record you, make sure the audio straight, make sure the video, the lighting, all that stuff is good, and edit and send it back to you. You know what I'm saying? That's our job. But now it's like people, uh, and not knocking them, but people will be like, all right, what type of creative stuff can I do on this? And what location should I go on here? And um, I don't know how to upload this to YouTube. Can you show me how to upload this to YouTube? Technically, that's not my job. You know what
Facts.
I'm saying? My job is to record, edit, and give you a deliverable. You know what I'm saying? And get it back to you. And then it's your job to upload and do whatever you got to do. It's your job to pick the location. All we supposed to do is show up and shoot. You know what I'm saying? But nowadays, everybody is, I don't want to sound harsh, but in this day and generation, it's kind of like everybody wants something for nothing.
Facts.
And people that get mad at you when you're not
submissive to what they want.
Yeah, yeah. Like they ain't got no idea what they want, no concept, and then they come in here and then they like, oh, what you think? No, what you mean what I think? It ain't my job to think. My job is to make sure you look good on camera. Now, what come out of your mouth, how you, of course, I'm supposed to position you and things like that, but what comes out of your mouth, what concept you got, that's all you.
That's all you.
You know what I'm saying? And not to sound harsh again, but some people, so if you shoot with somebody for an X amount of time, they start to think that you're a part of
their brand.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
And then all that little extra stuff just a part of the package.
Yeah, like we a team. Like, okay, we a team to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? I'm still Good Vision, and you still Kurt Network.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? But some people you work with, and they like, oh, you Kurt Network, you be shooting for me, and we're like, no. I'm Good Vision, and you Kurt Network.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We just collaborating. We put the work in together.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people be, oh, shoot, if he on my team and he hit me with some creative ideas and da-da-da, now I ain't really got to do nothing because every time I come shoot, he going to come with the creative ideas. And then one time I don't come with the creative ideas,
they upset.
Now they mad at me. You know, oh, I got to find another videographer. I done outgrown this person and woo. Hey, what you want me to do? You know what I'm saying? But, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, man, what I like is, and that's really why, like, I'm trying to continue to be a student of the game because I already got my own ideas, but then when I be around you, I sit back and I just be like, you know what? Because I feel like we all gifted in our own way. Mm-hmm. So that gift ain't going nowhere, you feel me? You sit the gift on the table. I like to sit my gift on the table because I know that, you know what, my gift is my gift. But when I get around you, I just be peeping game like, bro got the game, man. And I just want to get as much as I can because, to go back to it, who's to say that what you doing is not working 12 hours? So watch this. So back last year, man, this perspective really changed my life. Me and my man was driving. I don't even know how the conversation started, but he said, like, who's to say that up is really up, if that makes sense? Mm-hmm. Like, somebody just came up with the concept that up was up and that, like, the sky was blue. Mm-hmm. Like, the sky can really be black for real. Mm-hmm. Now, watch this. Who's to say that working 12 hours at a plant is really not working 2 hours at a plant? You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And who's, like somebody just came up with that concept. Like, how do we really know the true meaning of time? Like, who's to say that sitting in the room reading for an hour a day, like that type of RAM that you got to go into to physically, like, when you think about reading, you got to look at a book. Like, so many things go into that. Like, you got to open the book. It got to be so much light so you can see. Your brain got to be able to understand what you're reading. Mm-hmm. So who's to say that reading or you shooting for 2-3 hours, however many, is not equivalent to you working 12 hours at a plant? You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. So I just feel like that's why I'm always trying to be a student, because I realize, man, like this whole field, man, is different. And I'm realizing that that working hard really is not, like, working hard is really a front for real. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like I'm starting to learn that working hard versus being creative is, I don't want to say equal, but when a person not working 60 hours a week, it don't mean that he not still working hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that go off into the world's perception of working hard. Because if you look at the most, I ain't gonna say the most successful, because success is measured differently with different people. But if you look at what the world deems the most successful people, the richest people in the world, they don't physically work hard. You know what I'm saying? They work hard mentally with their brain. So let's say Jay-Z, right? So Jay-Z, he has to physically go into the studio and come up with the verses and lay them down on the track. But once the track is done, the album is done, now that's when the real work comes in. But is it really work? You got to go on. You got to go on different radio stations. You got to go on TV stations to promote the album that's coming out. But is it really work? All you're doing is talking. You're just showing up to a place. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of flights. There's a lot of travel involved. But is traveling really working hard? You know what I'm saying? So it's all about the perception of the person, what they deem hard work is. You know what I'm saying? And one thing, I was watching the Pivot podcast, and they was interviewing Deion Sanders.
Okay.
And he had said something that was like profound to me. Like he like, yeah, they were saying something about do you look back and do you be tripping on stuff that happened in the past? He like, no, if you think about it, when God designed us, everything that's designed on us is to move forward. When you speak, your words go forward. When you breathe out, it goes forward. Your eyes is set to go forward. Your eyes ain't looking backwards. Your ears is meant to hear what's in front of you. You know, you can hear what's on the side of you and behind you, but primarily they made for everything that's in front of you. Your feet is pointed towards the front. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The only thing, now he didn't say this, but when I was thinking about it, and I'm like, dang, that's deep, because the only thing that's meant to go backwards, that's meant to shoot backwards out of you, is shit. And that's what you're supposed to leave behind you. Anything that ain't, you eat food, you digest it, and whatever ain't nutrients, whatever ain't meant to replenish your body, you get it out of you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it's supposed to be in life as well. Whatever is coming in you as far as energy, as far as ideas, as far as people perceptions, you take it, you absorb it, and whatever don't supposed to be in you, you let it go. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, man, that's just super deep how he explained how everything is meant to go forward, because it is. And we do a lot of looking back. Oh man, dang, what if I would have did? Oh, what if I would have did? Like, if you was meant to do that, you would have did it. So ain't no point of you tripping about what you didn't do. Just move forward. So that was something deep that I caught watching that little podcast. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, bro. I like that, man. That's crazy that people don't realize, like, what it mean to really be creative. You know what I'm saying? And I'm starting to notice this too, like traveling, like being creative. To me, that's all equal to working a 70-hour-a-week type of job. You know what I'm saying? Like, get this. I'm starting to notice, and the airport used to be my favorite place in the world because, like, it's just something about flying to me. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, being able to get to California, like, right now, if I leave for California, I'll be able to get there within 5 hours. So they behind us 5 hours. So if it's 5 o'clock here, it's 2 o'clock there. And if I leave now, so what time is it right now? It's 11 o'clock, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. So in 5 hours, it'll be 4 o'clock in Michigan. And so it's 1 o'clock in Cali. Mm-hmm. So I can get over there, and I still got an extra 3 hours added on to my day. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm about to tie this into how being creative and working a 70-hour-a-week type of job, how it relates. So you got to think, getting up in the morning. I'm a personal type of person, and anytime I'm kicking it with somebody, I'm releasing energy. You know what I'm saying? And I'm noticing sometimes, like, I'm a real good person, but I really can be either or. Like, I can stay in the house by myself all day and be good, or I can be around some people. I love being around people, but sometimes it drains me. So imagine this, getting up in the morning and getting yourself together. Now, you know we're supposed to spend a certain amount of time by ourselves, getting ourselves together. Like, and to be honest with you, just to throw this in real quick, like, whoever designed like working hard, like low key, when you think about it, the Bible talk about how working. The reason why we work is because of what happened back in the day. Like low key, working is a punishment. So when I look at what I was naturally supposed to be doing, how it low key equivalates to working 70 hours. Like I said, imagine waking up in the morning, spending that time by yourself, like you processing all the obstacles or whatever may happen today. Like I got to be able to go through this day successfully without anything stopping me from being who I've been called to be. So wake up at 4 o'clock or let's say 4 o'clock in the morning. You got a flight at 7. So now you got some time to get yourself together. Now you doing all of this stuff. Now you're not doing a whole lot, but low key you are. You getting yourself ready. Like it takes a certain amount of energy to get the blood flowing, to allow the blood to even go through your brain or to go throughout your whole body. Imagine how much energy that takes. Now you got to go to the airport. You don't know what's going to happen. Like a week or 2 weeks ago, I was at the airport for about 4 hours waiting because I had a layover because of an unforeseen event. Now that's 4 hours that I'm sitting at an airport. So while I'm at the airport, chilling, eating, I'm experiencing all of this stuff just to get to California and get to the hotel. Now I'm having some issues at the hotel. Now, mind you, I didn't do no work today, but imagine all of this is a part of a day-to-day living of a person who's being creative, a person who's being like an entrepreneur. So a person's going like, oh man, they found out I went to Cali. Oh man, you went to Cali. Oh man, you ain't working hard. You ain't doing no work. Now, mind you, I only went to California for like a 3-day conference. I'm interacting with people. I'm learning material. Now, I'm not physically working. But if I'm honest with you, man, just that whole trip was draining. I'm in a whole nother state. I'm 3 hours behind. I'm not used to the timing of over there. I'm sleeping in a different bed. And I'm just basically saying that somebody might look at me and go, oh man, bro, you weren't doing nothing. You was chilling. You had a vacation. But low key, if I'm being honest with you, I had to get myself up every day. I had to be on time to the training. Like imagine walking in and then you the only one that's walking in late. Like you're not even taking this serious. Like, yo, bro, do you even take life serious? Like you might as well just turn around and walk out the door. And so I'm basically saying that even though that I wasn't working hard that entire week, it was work. Like that low key felt like a 60, 70 hour a week. And it's like, when you get to that level, like that's a good level to be at. Like, man, you know what? Thank God I don't have to commute back and forth to a job or to a factory. But to be honest with you though, it's still a grind. It's still like hard on the body because mentally, like man, like low key, I ain't gonna hold you. I'm not as quick to go to the airport now. I just took a trip to Indiana and I drove. Now it's a 4-hour drive, but I love that drive. Like that was a good drive. But what I'm basically saying is, like all of that stuff, driving, flying, being creative, like all of that takes just the same amount of energy as it would if you was going to a 5-day a week or a 6-day a week type of job. So like what is really work? Like who really can define what that is? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, bro, that's just a perspective, something that I've been thinking about lately.
Okay.
Yeah.